Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. How about a quickie-do little book haul? This is what I got from my trip out to the Dog-Eared Book in Victor. So the Dog-Eared Book is owned by a woman named Carrie, and I reached out to her to see if she would donate a couple of things to the Rochester Teen Book Festival for our, what are those called? Like door prizes? That's not what they're called. Maybe that's what they're called. Door prizes, raffle kinds of things. And she readily agreed, gave me some great things for the teens, which is amazing. And while I was there, because of course I went out to pick it up, I bought some books and some pens because it's a bookstore, and what do you do when you go to a bookstore? So let me show you what I got. I got 4 books. So Carrie's shop is both new and used books, and I think all the used books are $5. I believe that's the case. So what happens is you walk around and you find a couple of new books, and they're reasonably priced. They're pretty, similarly priced to other small indies. And then you're like, okay, I'm done. And then you'll see a section of used books, or you'll see a used book and you're like, $5? That's hardly anything at all. And then you just start picking up other stuff. So anyways, what I got was The Daughter of Dr. Moreau by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. This has been on my TBR for a while. I have read, I believe, 3 other of Sylvia Moreno Garcia's books and have liked them. They've all been very different. Even sort of like different genre, different tropes, so I've really enjoyed her. So I had this one on my list anyway. Let me read you the summary. I'm gonna take my glasses off. I'm getting old, y'all. Carlotta Moreau, a young woman growing up on a remote and luxuriant estate, safe from the conflict and strife of the Yucatan Peninsula, the only daughter of a researcher who is either a genius or a madman. Montgomery Lofton, a melancholic overseer with a tragic past and a propensity for alcohol, an outcast who assists Dr. Moreau with his experiments, which are financed by the Lizaldes, owners of a magnificent haciendas and plentiful coffers. The Hybrids, the fruits of the doctor's labor, destined to blindly obey their creator and remain in the shadows, a motley group of part human, part animal monstrosities. All of them live in a perfectly balanced and static world, which is jolted by the abrupt arrival of Eduardo Lizalde, the charming and careless son of Dr. Moreau's patron, who will unwittingly begin a dangerous chain reaction. For Moreau keeps secrets, Carlotta has questions, and in the sweltering heat of the jungle, passions may ignite. The Daughter of Dr. Moreau is both a dazzling historical novel and a daring science fiction journey. So that is The Daughter of Dr. Moreau by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. And I'm looking forward to it, which I say about all the books, don't I? That's why I bought them. The Fairy Tellers by Nicholas Jubber. This is a new hardcover. I love the cover is what drew me in. I'm definitely someone who judges books by their cover. Who were the fairy tellers? In this far-ranging quest, award-winning author Nicholas Jubber unearths the lives of the dreamers who made our most beloved fairy tales. Inventors, thieves, rebels, and forgotten geniuses who gave us classic tales such as Cinderella, Hansel and Gretel, Beauty and the Beast, and Baba Yaga. From the Middle Ages to the birth of modern children's literature, they include a German apothecary's daughter, a Syrian youth running away from a career in the souk, and a Russian dissident embroiled in a plot to kill the Tsar. Following these and other unlikely protagonists, we travel from the steaming cities of Italy and the Levant, under the dark branches of the Black Forest, deep into the tundra of Siberia, and across the snowy fells of Lapland. In the process, we discover a fresh perspective on some of our most frequently told stories. Filled with adventure, tragedy, and real-world magic, this bewitching book uncovers the stranger lives behind the strangest of tales. So that is The Fairy Tellers by Nicholas Jubber. A Journey into the Secret History of Fairy Tales. And I love the children / middle grade / juvenile literature section of any bookstore, and the dog-eared book is no exception. The Train to Impossible Places by P.G. Bell. I love the cover. Love, oop, look at the back. Excellent, excellent. Okay, let's see. A train that travels through impossible places, a boy trapped in a snow globe, and a girl who's about to go on the adventure of a lifetime. The Impossible Postal Express is no ordinary train. It's a troll-operated delivery service that runs everywhere from ocean-bottom shipwrecks to Trollville to space. But when this impossible train comes roaring through her living room, Susie's world turns upside down. She has no choice but to sneak on board if she ever wants to make sense of her world again. Suddenly, she finds herself deputy to the postmaster aboard the train and faced with her first delivery to the evil Lady Crepuscula of the Obsidian Tower. Then the package itself begs Susie not to deliver him. A talking snow globe claiming to be a prince, Frederick has information Crepuscula could use to take over the entire Union of Impossible Places. But when protecting Frederick and keeping his secrets means putting her friends in danger, Susie has to make a difficult choice, with the fate of the entire Union at stake. I love a little girl on an adventure to impossible places. So I'm excited about that one. And then the fourth book I got is called Hell of a Book by Jason Mott. Probably the most number of books I've gotten by male authors in a long time. Let's see. In Jason Mott's Hell of a Book, a Black author sets out on a cross-country tour to promote his best-selling novel. At the same time, Soot, a young Black boy living in a rural town in the recent past, is trying to survive. And the kid, a possibly imaginary child, appears to the author on his tour. As these characters' stories build and converge, they astonish. For while this book entertains, it's also about the nation's reckoning with a tragic police shooting that is playing over and over again on the news. Who has been killed? Who is the kid? What waits for the author at the end of this book tour? Unforgettably told, with characters who burn into your mind and an emotion-packed plot, Hell of a Book is a novel Mott has been writing in his head for the last 10 years. And in its final twists, it truly becomes its title. Hell of a Book by Jason Mott. I'm really interested to read that. While I was there, because who just gets books at a bookstore, I also got these super cool socks, which give you both kind of like celestial hippie vibes, as well as like Lisa Frank vibes. Love them so much. And a sticker, which is bent to shit now, that says dead inside, but caffeinated. And one that says, I kind of like books more than people. And one that says, I think I've seized the wrong fucking day, which is a whole vibe. And finally, I got several buttons. I actually think some of these might have been supposed to go to my mom. So if you're watching this, Mom, too bad. Sorry I'm late. I didn't want to come. Book Junkie. When I say I'm street smart, I mean Sesame Street. I don't like morning people or mornings or people. It was the worst of times. It was the worst of times. And finally, keep the immigrants, deport the racists. Okay, That was my full haul from Dog-Eared Book, which is in Palmyra, New York. It's just outside of Victor, which is a bit of a bigger town, so people sometimes know where Victor is before they know where Palmyra is. 4 books. I don't have the receipt still, so I can't tell you what the total haul ended up being, but hell of a book. Dr. Moreau and The Fairy Tellers was new, were all new books, and then The Train to Impossible Places was used, so it was 5 bucks. And the pens, I think the reason why I have a large even number is because they were probably like buy 2 get whatever, buy 3 or whatever. And then I'm a sticker hoarder, as we all know. Okay, I think that's it. Catch you on the next one.
Yes. What are we doing?
I don't know. What are we doing?
Okay.
We have no idea what to say, but we wanted to do a TikTok anyway.
Yes, we wanted to do a TikTok together, and we had no ideas for content because we are the worst influencers
Worst
ever.
influencers ever.
But here we are doing one. So, hi,
Yay!
everybody.
Come out to the Dog-Eared Book
Yes!
and look around and buy all the things like I just did.
Yeah, she did. Oh, but also,
Oh, also.
Teen Book Festival. If you're from Rochester area, you have to know about this.
Yes, September 24th, out at the ball field. And thanks so much to Dog-Eared Book for donating.
Oh, of course,
some
happy to.
prizes.
So this is it. This is our attempt at influencing you guys. Go to the Teen Book Festival.
And come to Dog-Eared Book.
Yes.
Bye.